today. So, hello, my name is Tara. I'm with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today we're going to be diving into the fire signs. So, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the month of July 2022. I almost said 2002. That was 20 years ago. Anyway, if you want to know more about me, my link is down below, kittensweightsandtarot.com. Go ahead and check out my website. And while you're there, maybe you check out the Leon Mystery School, where I am one of several teachers. I teach Mayan astrology. There's many other wonderful subjects for you guys to take a look at, but I also have the Desert Cauldron shop full of awesome witchy tools, and newsletter, Patreon, all that good stuff, YouTube membership. But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into our fire signs. Again, Sun, Moon, Rising, or maybe you're just trying to get to know some of your fire sign buddies a little bit more. And Kayla, hello! Kayla is a fire rising sign. Excellent. All right, so I have a few decks here that I'm going to be utilizing for today's reading, for the monthly reading. And I have a list of things that I want to complete with you guys today. Okay, so here are the decks. I have the Gold Foil Tarot. Sumi says, I'm just here to support the fire sign. Shout out to the Scorpios. So we have the Gold Foil Tarot that we're going to be busting out. Of course, my Wally's World Oracle. And if you're interested in my Oracle deck, my link is down below. I'm also going to be utilizing the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle and When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. Had that for quite a while. And then last but not least, I'm going to bust out my Barbie Tarot, because why not? All right, so let's go ahead and cast an elemental circle. That's what I like to do at the beginning of all my readings, just to make sure the energy is nice and calm so that I can get the best, clearest messages possible for you guys. And also remember that my circle is energetic, so it transcends space and time. So you guys that are here with me, we're all within the circle, no matter if you are here live or you're going to be watching the replay at some point later on. All right, so let's go ahead and clear up the space a little bit. So calling in the elements first. So starting off with the element of fire, which is you guys. All right, and have a nice red candle, tons of root chakra, sacral energy for you guys. Boom, using that fire energy to just, again, burn away any negativity or anything that could cloud our intuition today. All right, and then coming in with the water element for, yes, Scorpios out there. Okay, so let's go ahead and throw a little water. Again, using the water's energy to cleanse the space, so clearing it away, just like the ocean, ebbing and flowing. All right, and then we come in with some air energy like Geminis. And here I have my Palo Santo, and we're gonna mesh that with a little bit of fire. We're going to use that smoke to clear away any high or low vibe energy that does not vibe with our high vibe energy. All right. Again, just clearing everything up. Palo Santo smells so good. All right. And then lastly, for earth energy, I have my wand here. This is a wand that James and I created for Desert Cauldron, but you know, we like to utilize Desert Cauldron's tools before they go off happily to their new homes. But I have a antelope bone here, as well as a Brazilian quartz crystal and deer leather. And all of our tools, if they have animal parts in them, we make sure that they are ethically obtained, because we don't want any harm to come to our animal friends. All right, Kayla said, that's awesome, Sumi. I can't wait to see it. I love the Barbie. Sumi said, there's a Barbie movie being filmed at the moment. Margot Robbie, the actress who played Harley Quinn, is playing Barbie. I read about that. I was like, intrigued. Very intrigued. All right, so let's go ahead and our elementals of the north. The north is actually sort of off to the right of me. All right, so here we go. Calling in the elemental energies of the north to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the east to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the south to help us to cast our circle today. Calling in the elemental energies of the west to help us to cast our circle today. The circle is cast. Let our work begin. And so it is. All right. Okay. All right. So, first things first, let's dive into the elemental reading. So just the element of fire itself. So that would, cover Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And then we'll go into the individual signs to get more clarity on what July has in store for us. Okay, so for that, I'm going to utilize these two decks. So let's see, what does July have in store for the fire signs? And as we know, in the northern hemisphere at least, July is a very fiery month already. So where I come from in San Diego, July is known as July Fry, because that's when it gets to sometimes triple digits, but it's usually somewhere in like the low 90s to mid 90s. And I'm thinking, wow, that used to be super hot for me, and here I am sitting at like triple digits on the daily here in Arizona. Now it ain't no thing. Okay, so to start the reading, I would like to pull a Wally's World card just to get an overall theme, and then I'm going to reference this card kind of throughout the reading. All right, so fire signs. What is your theme for the month of July? What is your theme for the month of July? All right. Oh, interesting. I already got a good look at the card. All right, here it is, you guys. Stonehenge. And this picture was actually taken by my friend Wasima. And she has actually a couple of YouTube channels, and you can find her on Instagram. Anyway, let's dive into this. And actually, there's my little Wally toe. I like to Photoshop him in every card. He's just hanging out in Stonehenge, like no big deal. Okay, so let's see what this card is trying to tell us about the month of July for our fire signs. Okay, this feels like a month of revisiting some old ways of doing things. So revisiting our past. And when I say old ways of doing things, I'm thinking like, back when we were in our, well, I'm no longer in my 20s, I'm in my 40s now actually. But when you think about your 30s, your 20s, your teenage years, your little kid years, just the way you used to operate in the world, the way you go about making friends, the way we went about, let's say later on, presenting ourselves for employment, our hopes, our dreams. And it feels like it's time to revisit some of those things. Oftentimes when we move forward and we leave a lot of our past behind, we decide that the ways we're doing things now are so much better and easier for us. And in a lot of ways, they probably are. And, and it might be good to leave some of those things behind. But sometimes we leave certain things behind just because we think that, well, we've done it for so long, it must be considered antiquated, even though it may be beneficial for us still, but we sometimes leave it in favor of newer ways that we see other people doing things, or somebody, chiding us and telling us, oh no, you're still doing that. No, we're doing these things now. And it seems like this is the month to maybe revisit the past a little bit, not to live in the past or to dwell in the past, but to see maybe there was a way you used to go about your day. Maybe there was a way that you used to operate in your mornings. Maybe there was a dream that you had that you let go of because somebody said it was silly, or you thought maybe you had it so long that it was time to let it go. And let's at least revisit some of those things. And we may find that it's best that they stayed in the past, or we may find that we can tweak it just a little bit and make it a part of our present. All right, so I'll keep this card up to the side here so I can continue to reference it throughout our reading. All right, let's go back here. Oh, Susie, hello, hello. It says hello, Tara, and everyone just stopping by to say hi. Well, welcome, hello. And Susie said, I love Margot Robbie. And Sumi said, love Isha, love Claudia, beautiful necklace. Oh, yes, actually, I have asked Claudia to make another necklace for me because her artwork is just so beautiful. It's like I can't get enough of her artwork. So I'm like, I'm going to purchase something else from you now. And of course, it's going to be Isha. So, all right. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive into this fiery month of July, while I keep in mind as I'm staring at Stonehenge there. Okay, what do we got cooked up for us this month? Something about revisiting the past. Maybe revisiting our old thoughts, dreams, ideas, modalities, ways of doing things. All right, so I'm gonna pull 4 cards. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Okay. All right, so here we go. I'll just turn them over one by one, and then either I'll read them individually or as a whole. It's just kind of how my intuition wants to work. So we have the 4 of Cups here. I love the amazing glam glam. Check it out, my little magpies. Check it out. And I also have the 10 of Cups. Wow, look at that one. And I have the 4 of Pentacles. That's 2 4s already. So we have the 4 of Cups and now we have the 4 of Pentacles. Susie's like, ooh. Okay. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it's interesting. 2 Cups cards, 2 Pentacles cards. Which just at first glance, without diving into each card, it's starting to bring up feelings of, well, actually feelings. And we know that we're already in Cancer season. And, I think of Cancers and I think of protective, family-oriented, sensitivity, but also a propensity to retreat into one shell, wearing their heart on their sleeve, amongst many other wonderful traits. And, every sign has their positive traits and I would say negative traits, or their light traits and their dark traits. But here it seems like it's a balance between our physical world, our 3D world, and how we're navigating it emotionally. And that seems to also be another big theme. And well, I could see that definitely connecting with that card I had at the very beginning with Stonehenge here, that if we are maybe going to take me up on that offer of diving into the past and revisiting some things, chances are there's going to be things in the past that maybe aren't so pleasant. Maybe we're looking for things that are pleasant, but inadvertently we might bring up some old shadows, some old trauma, some old feelings of things. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because when we find those things and when those things come up, it's just a call for us to heal those things. It's just a little, hey, I'm still here, look at me, I'm needing a little bit of love over here. And well, Cancers have all the love in the world, and fire signs, with your passions and you're wanting to tackle certain challenges. Well, this is a challenge for you to tackle. Let's go in and let's find those things that maybe we can bring into our present. But also, while we're there, is there anything else that we can work on emotionally? Because maybe we want to tap into that Cancerian energy of honoring our emotions, recognizing them, and also trying to figure out, what is that emotion trying to tell me? Instead of having yourself a good cry and then leaving it at that, maybe have yourself a good cry, and then what was that good cry all about? Where was all that stuff coming from? Because if we can do that, then your emotions will speak to you a lot more clearly in the future. But then I also said that we have the Pentacles here. There's 2 Pentacles cards. So that's all about grounding our emotions in the now. So if we're going to be revisiting the past, a lot of old emotional stuff is going to be coming up with that. But how can we ground some of that in the present? How can we heal it here in the present? And reminding us that we're here now, we're no longer there. But maybe there's a few things we might still like that's back there, we can bring it here into the present. It doesn't need to continue to live there in the past. All right. Okay, so now I want to actually try and take it all in. But that was just kind of breaking it down between the cups and the pentacles, and also the number 4. I do want to mention with the number 4 as well. Of course, in tarot and certain numerologies, 4 is a very stable number, but it's also so in Mayan astrology and Mayan numerology, which is something that I like to dive into. So the number 4 is a foundation. It's a platform. It's considered the 4 pieces of the day, the 4 stages of an adult growing up, or a person, a human being growing. There's 4 stages of life. That there's 4 pillars that hold up the earth, 4 directions, 4 seasons. The number 4 is a very prominent number in our very life here on this planet. So taking a look at that this is going to be all about you and how you connect to the world is going to be another big thing for the month of July. Okay, so now I'm actually just looking at the cards. So taking numerology and the suits, now let's just take a look at what we have here. Again with those, and I'll show it here, the 4 cups, the 10 of cups, the 4 of pentacles, and the ace of pentacles. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. If people just jumped in and like, why is she staring at the floor? Okay, that's what I'm staring at. All right, give me just a moment to take it all in. Okay, fire signs. This is what I'm getting. Again, this kind of blankets Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. And this is the main card that stood out to me, and that is that 10 of Pentacles. And it seems like there's this feeling that I should, what I've been striving towards should have happened by now. And being very frustrated when something that you've been working on, and by working on, I'm saying that maybe it's been more than a few weeks, maybe it's even been a year that you've been working on this thing. It could have been shadow work, it could have been an actual project, it could be a relationship. Well, actually, the cups actually very could be a relationship, but it's this frustration, like, why? I want my life like this right now. I wanted the 10 of Cups. I want to be these people. I want to be like, hey, everything's great. I got the house, I got the family, I got my friends, I got everything. The sun is shining. There's a freaking rainbow above my head. And when the 3D world does not meet the expectations of what's going on in our mind, it seems like there's a bit of a letdown, hence becoming very frustrated, very angry that what you want so desperately hasn't appeared yet. And so this is the feeling that I'm getting now, this 4 of Cups and this 4 of Pentacles, of like, the universe is trying to show you alternatives, things that could definitely fill you up and make you just as happy, but because the focus is so narrow of I need this, that we become this guy if it doesn't look exactly like we have planned in our head. It's the arms folded and you're looking this direction. I don't see it. It's not happening. And over here is like a freaking I don't know, like celebration, tons of great things. Universe is like, hey, look over here. I got some great things for you. You've been working so hard. We know it. And maybe it didn't manifest quite the way you wanted, but look over here. And since we might be more apt to be in this mode and like, see how the universe is conspiring against me? How come everybody else gets their wishes, but I don't get my wishes? And if we would just maybe ground ourselves and drop the ego for just a moment, we might look over and be like, oh, hey, oh, well, that's cool. So if you feel like you are becoming rather agitated, rather frustrated in the month of July, that something that you've wanted desperately or so badly hasn't appeared in the way you've expected it to appear, you might want to reevaluate and say, that's more like the feeling what is the feeling of the thing that you want? If you want more money, if you want a better relationship, whatever it is, how do you want to feel in that relationship? How do you want to feel when you have abundance? What feeling is that? And maybe you should be looking for that feeling instead of looking for visually the thing that you want. And maybe that might broaden your horizons, because otherwise we're just going to bring our energy and everything all just, I'm reining it all in because I'm not getting my way kind of feeling, when the universe is like right here, like, hello, I've got this thing for you. Okay, let's look back here. I missed some of your comments. Oh, Silver Star, hello, good evening to you. Susie said, Silver Star, I'm on my computer, or I would just use more emojis. Yes, we know you are the high priestess of emojis. I love them so much. Susie said, beautiful messages. And Kayla said, as a rising Leo, this reading is resonating. So, and remember with these readings, when they're pointing out some of our shadows or perhaps some of our vices or ways of doing things, it's not to call us out in such a way we're saying, oh man, you're doing things wrong, or something like that. It's just for us to evaluate how we do things, and maybe we want to change it up, maybe we don't. It's just more of this, just presenting something to you and deciding what you want to do with it after that. Okay. Love the emojis. All right, so with that in mind, just kind of that overall energy for our fire signs, as we dive into our past, deciding what we may want to go back and see, maybe something that did work for us, and it's like, why did I stop doing that? That worked. I want to bring that into the present. That again, that might bring up some old feelings, but it's best for us to work on our healing, work on grounding ourselves, and making sure that our ego doesn't get in the way of our manifestations. All right, Sumi said, it's common to not see our growth. It's because we sometimes look at ourselves as our own worst critics. Exactly. All right, so let's dive into the cards for each sign. So that was just overall for our fire signs, but now let's look individually into Aries, into Leo, into Sagittarius, whether it's your sun, moon, or rising. Okay, and for that task, I'm going to bring out the Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle deck. This is one that I got a while back, but it's such a meaningful deck for me. Like when I want to go deep, I bust out this deck. Silver Star said, so true about getting fixated on stuff throwing a tantrum. I want that, my inner child being spoiled. I've had to really work on it. All right, so, well, I think a lot of us have. Okay, so let's bust out this deck. It's got nice red backings. That kind of matches our fire energy. I try to pick decks specifically for the fire signs for July. So expect tomorrow with our next, I believe we're doing earth signs tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. I'll try to find more of my earthy decks. All right, so let's dive into, let's go Aries. Let's do Aries first. Do I have any Aries in the house? Any suns, any moons, any risings? My dad is an Aries Sun, so sometimes he can be very much like the ram. Okay. All right, so we have Aries. Let's see. We have Pionia. And it says, love who you are. Aww. Okay, so let me dive into this card. I'll let you guys kind of take it in. Let me know if anything in your intuition pops up there. Kayla's boyfriend is a Sun Aries. Fiery. Silver Star said Sun, Mars, and Venus in Aries. And Taurus, rising Capricorn, Moon talk about stubborn, so I'm told. And Susie said, you're a powerhouse, Silver Star, a natural leader. I know, look at those signs, dude. For sure. All right, so let's dive into what this lovely energy has to say. All right, Aries. Okay, very, very interesting. So for Aries, kind of taking in all the messages that we've had so far, it's as if when for an Aries, or I'm not saying it's going to be every single Aries, but a great many of you, when something doesn't quite happen in the way that you wish, there is, like Sumi said, a chance to be your own worst critic, your own worst enemy, so to speak. We, as an Aries, may get really hard on yourself. If only I did this differently, if only I was smarter, if only I was stronger, if only I could have seen this or that or whatever, then the outcome would be the way that I would want it to be. And in this line of thinking, it's as if you would be the center of the universe and you are the master creator of everything. And yes, we are great manifestors, of course. We're beautiful energies and we have a lot of power, but we can't dictate exactly to a T how the world is going to work, how other people are going to react. Remember, they have free will. The other people around you, they have free will, so they are influencing the world around you as well as your own energy. So you're playing amongst other folks. And so when you feel as though this hasn't happened or it's not in the fashion that I want it to be, I must have failed somehow. So with all that fiery energy that I know Aries to have, they're also very sensitive when it comes to feelings of failure or defeat. So if you feel, Aries, whether it's in your sun, your moon, or your rising, that you are going in and berating yourself because something hasn't happened yet, that might be a chance to stop and say, whoa, I think this is the ego talking. I don't need to get beat up by my ego today. Let's push that aside. Let's go into my heart and let's see what's really going on. Why does this anger me so much? Why am I so frustrated? And you might find it has nothing to do with the thing that you were trying to manifest, but a lot to do with feelings of success. What does it mean to succeed? Who programmed success into you? Meaning, what does it mean to be a successful person? Who programmed that and what that's supposed to look like? And is still resonate with. Remember, we pulled that card at the very beginning with the Stonehenge, that we may have to go back and revisit a few things. If in the present moment you're saying, I'm a failure, I'm no good, I've been defeated because something hasn't worked out quite the way I want it to be, then it's time to go back into the past, look at that old programming and decide, whoa, is that something I want to carry into my present? I think not. Snip, snip. Time to get rid of that and start writing some more current programs for who you are now. And so definitely some growth, some healing, and no need to be so hard on yourself. You're only human. You're created in love, just like everybody else. And so love is what you do deserve. Okay. All right. So again, that was for Aries. All right. So now let's take a look into Leo. Let's see. Let me go back here. Silver Star says, I'm cardinal dominant, Susie, in Libra. And Kayla said, yeah, they're the most fun signs. And Silver Star said, yes, own worst critics definitely couldn't anymore, won't solve it. And Kayla said, my Mars is in Aries. Susie says, I have Chiron in Aries. I just had my return at 50, but it's good. I'm working through old wounds. And Silver Star, when I do move into Taurus, Susie can't remember. When do you move into Taurus? And then Susie is saying that Kayla is a natural martial artist. One move takes someone down. Oh, okay. And so Silver Star will be moving into it in 2028. Oh, only a few more years. Susie said, not for a long time. We are at 16 degrees. Move slow. All right, all right. Okay, so let's take a look at Leos. I know some Leos in my life. Either it's their sun sign, it's their moon sign, or their rising sign. Well, for the most part, it's usually in the rising or it's in the sun sign. Kayla says, I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. Okay. Leo. Oh, here we go. Leo. Priority of purpose. Love is everything. Kayla's like Taekwondo. Well, Taekwondo Susie, I think, sounds cool too. Taekwondo Susie. Kayla, I think it was no typo. I think that's awesome. I think you should learn Taekwondo Susie, actually. All right, so let's dive into Leo. All right. All right, Leos. All right, Leos, with your shiny, bright selves, your very charismatic selves. This feels as though, yes, there is a particular thing that you would like to manifest. And yes, sometimes there is the temper tantrum that can get thrown when it's not exactly the way we want it. But for Leos especially, it feels like it's not just that one thing, that you actually have a lot of other little things that you're doing, like a lot of other little side projects and healing work and spell work and 3D everyday work. And so although you may have one thing that you want more than all those other things, you're still giving a lot of your energy to all of those other projects as well. And so with the main goal, perhaps again not manifesting in the way that you would like it to, this is a reminder that most of your energy is spread very thin. There is a lot of people, situations, places, as well as your projects, ideas, dreams, and the main thing that you've been working towards. They're all getting a piece of your Leo action. And although you may have a ton of energy, a ton of fire behind you, you're not an inexhaustible amount of energy. You don't have that inexhaustible amount. You are a human being. And sometimes we need to pick and choose who is going to get our energy today, what is going to get our energy today, what situation or place is going to get my energy today. Because if we just like throw it around all willy-nilly, when it comes time to really trying to manifest something, there may not be enough of us left in order to manifest it. So this is a message to make you and your dream a priority. I say dream instead of dreams because if I do, I feel like there's many Leos that are like, well, yes, then I have 205 dreams that I would like to manifest, and I would like them all to manifest right now. And it's like, okay, we'll get to those, but it's hard to manifest all 205 all at the very same time. Okay. Let's see if I'm getting anything else. Nope, that's it. I'm just feeling like many Leos out there have been just spreading yourselves too thin. So it's almost like confusing energy of the universe. It's like the universe is like, well, did you want this thing or that thing or that or that or that? I'm confused. What is it that you really want most? So again, maybe just paring things down a little bit, working on some boundaries. And maybe giving a little bit more focus to something that you actually truly want, instead of dividing your focus 1,001 ways. Okay, so again, that's for our Leos. All right, so let's see. I missed some comments. Kayla liked it too. Oh, and then Susie saying, welcome to Lily. Says new here. I'm a Leo. Well, welcome. Hello, hello. And yes, and actually, just in time for the Leo reading. And Silver Star welcoming, and Lily's like, wow, on point 100%. Oh, and then Silver Star says that her North Node is feeling that. Susie says, I call Tara the High Priestess. Very gifted. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, so, yeah, just perhaps just give more focus to if there's something that you want most, maybe give that a little bit more of your energy than the millions of places we would like to give our energy. Okay, and now Sagittarius. All right, all right. Do I have any Sagittarius in the house? Any sun, moon, rising, friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, significant others? All right, Sagittarius. I dated a Sagittarius once. Technically, that's supposed to be like this person that is opposite, me, being a Gemini. I would say there's a very interesting, short-lived relationship. um, yeah, Susie is definitely the astrology genius here. So she gets to bring the astrology. I'll bring the cards. And everybody else chiming in with all of your wonderful intuitions and personalities. Oh, George is a Sagittarius, but it works. Yeah, I think it would depend on. I just call him Orange County guy, and those of you that are from California maybe know Orange County. But I never figured out what else was floating around in his chart. Who knows? Okay, but here we are, Sagittarius and Susie's George. So we have the Earth Goddess. Very interesting. And it says who you are. And then we have love, Love. Okay, Kayla says, I have a long lost friend who is a Sagittarius. He was so fun to talk to. Oh yeah, but like hanging around Sagittarius, like just knowing them, like me personally, I've known them to be the life of the party. Like they love dares, they love having fun, they love, well, partying, drinking. Some of them. Sumi said, my dad is a Sagittarius. Yes, Sages are demanding. Bro, this isn't Burger King. You can't always have it your way. True. True. And Susie said, the happy wanderer. Oh, yay, yay, yay. And Kayla's like, yes, he was fun too. And Susie said, and blunt too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was no, at least in my experience, no worrying about your feelings before blah, 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 blah. Just saying. Silver Star's oldest friend is a Sagittarius. Okay, so let's see. Let me ground myself into this card. Ground myself, and it's the Earth Goddess. Okay. Sagittarius. Okay, Sagittarius, this is interesting. It feels more as though that there's more of an influence of air signs in your chart. And this might be for obviously not all of you guys, but a certain group of you. Wherein you have, just like Leo, lots of wonderful ideas. But when it comes to putting them into the 3D world, into our physical world, there's not much action. Maybe there's like a half-hearted attempt or like sort of, but as soon as it feels like there's a little bit of a roadblock or it seems like it's going to happen much more slowly than anticipated, it's kind of like an abandoned ship attitude. So it feels like a lot of Sagittarius have become frustrated, just like Leo, because it's like, again, I want this thing to manifest, but I was kind of hoping it would just magically happen for me. So it's like Sagittarius sitting there, it's like idea after idea and thought after thought and a lot of wonderful creative ideas. Like, with this fire sign energy, many beautiful creative ideas. And I think any one of them would be fabulous to put into the 3D world. But Sagittarius, so preoccupied with, kind of having fun, there's not a whole lot of time to take that idea and work on it. You know, you'd be more willing to work on it if it was something that you could complete in 5 minutes or something that maybe you can complete by the end of the day. But if this is going to take me weeks, if this is going to take me a month, well, then I'm just going to like pray, pray, pray. Universe, please just make this happen for you. Could you just make it happen? Because I'm busy. And so that's the energy that I'm getting. And so with the Earth Goddess, it was like, this might be time to look through all those wonderful, beautiful, creative ideas and which one strikes your fancy the most? Which one really hits you in the heart? Which one touches your soul? And it may be, maybe not one, but maybe a handful. And so from that handful, maybe we narrow it down a little bit more. And then once you do, decide, is this a dream or an idea that is worth your time? And that's how you can weed out some of those dreams and ideas. If you decide, it's not worth my time, you know, then perhaps that's not one that your heart is truly into. But as you go through all of those ideas, and there's maybe one or two that really stick out, and you're like, really, seriously, that's something that I would really, really like to happen. Then you know that that is one that connects directly to your soul, to your heart, and it may require a lot more of your time and attention, but you may be more apt to do so. Give it your time and attention because it means so much to you, because it connects to you so well. And so Sagittarius, that might be one of your goals for the month of July, is go through all those beautiful ideas that you have, see which ones really touch your soul, connect to your heart, and decide which one of them is going to finally get some of your time and attention so that you can ground it into the 3D world. And it's not only going to benefit you, but because your ideas are so fabulous, they're going to benefit a lot of other people too. Even if they never see it, the mere fact that you brought it into existence is exuding off of you. That energy is exuding off of you, and that energy gets dispersed out into the world, and people are going to feel it. They need your light. They need your ideas. You have a lot of beautiful ones. Let's take one of them and let's make it a reality. Okay. All right. So that's for our Sagittarius homies. And let's go back here with our comments. Silver Star is like, Aries are the same. They're very blunt. I'll agree. My dad. And Susie said, blunt can be good. Yes. You know, sometimes I would rather have somebody be blunt than keep something from me because they think they're hurting my feelings. Like, let me just know. Sumi was married to an Aries. Key word is was. It says, even Jesus couldn't help my marriage. Well, my mom was married to my dad. I think he's found his perfect person though now. Silver Star says, keep in mind, women and men are different, men tend to be more logical and strategic for the most part. And Susie said, love you guys. I'll see everyone later. Time to walk my fur baby. Much love. All right. You have a fabulous evening. See ya. And Silver Star said, such beautiful messages tonight. Oh, you're very, very welcome. And Moon's here. Hey, hey. Says, hi. Wow, your altar cloth is so pretty. Thank you. I was looking for something that was a little more summery. All right. Okay, so let's dive into maybe an opportunity and a block that may arise for our Leo, Aries, Sagittarius friends. All right. So for that, I'm going to break out the When My Soul Whispered Oracle deck. Okay, so I'll just pull a couple of cards. Give me just a moment here. Blocks and opportunities, blocks and opportunities, blocks and opportunities. Okay. Alrighty. Boop, boop, boop. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so let's take a look into a possible block that our fire signs might encounter in the month of July. Okay, so interesting. We have wisdom. All right. I'm already getting a message on it, but let me just dive into it. Okay. All right. So with this wisdom card, and what I love about them, these particular cards, is that they are minimalistic. And so the prominent color here is almost an indigo color, which is directly related to our third eye. And it feels as though for our fire signs, we got our messages for Aries, for Leo, and for Sagittarius, that it seems like there's a bit of a clouding of that third eye, of that higher self, that intuitive knowing, being connected into your heart space. So, with Aries, we're talking about, being very frustrated when things don't go exactly the way the tunnel vision, you thought was going to be, where the universe is trying to show you something else. Where if you work on connecting to your higher self and telling the ego to take a chill pill for a second, you might be more able to see more of the opportunities that are around you, and more of the gifts and the abundance that the universe is trying to give you, that may be similar to the thing you're working towards but may not be exact. In the case of Leo, Leo is got their paws in so many things, that if we grounded that Leo energy, tapped into the higher self, tapped into the third eye, and then grounded that into the heart, then it's like, okay, do these 1,001 things actually need my energy? What is best for this Leo? Not all of it. So, you'd be better able to rein in some of the energy. And then we go over to Sagittarius. Sagittarius has all these wonderful ideas floating around, but having a hard time putting it into reality, into the 3D world, because sometimes it may be rather time consuming. So with that connection to the higher self, with that, dropping into the heart space, it would be more easy to see, of those wonderful ideas that you have, there might be one that is probably the best for your best and highest good, really, as we say, and that should be the one that we could ground into the 3D world. So it seems like the block then is here. It's here, which is connecting us to here, grounding us in our heart space and connecting us to our higher self. So it's not something that's impossible to overcome. It's just going to take a bit of stillness, a bit of grounding, a bit of going inwards and getting to know the real you, the you on the inside, your spirit, your higher self, whatever people want to call it. It's the one that's connected to the all, source energy, each and every one of us. Oh, wow, interesting. As I was trying to finish up that reading, I also feel like there's a spirit right there. So hello. Just kind of jumped into my space. Okay, so an opportunity we have for you guys is decisions. Well, that's a wonderful opportunity, actually. Better to have decisions than no decisions to make. Okay, let's see. Oh, everybody, welcoming, excellent. Okay, so for decision, all right, let me drop into this one. Okay, so for all three of the signs I was mentioning, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the wonderful opportunity that is for you guys, many of you being very fiercely independent, and full of your fashion, your passion, your fire, that when you decide that there's something that you think you're going to focus your time and your energy on, and you have worked on your boundaries and you've worked on, getting everything in line that you think will help you to manifest the feeling that you're wanting to receive, whether it's the feeling of a relationship or the feeling of money or the feeling of a career or feeling of working, through your shadows, whatever the feeling is, whatever it is that you're trying to create, that once you can ground yourself and go inward, then the opportunity arises where, do you want to go this direction to accomplish your goal? Do you want to go this direction, or do you want to go this direction? And that's something that I think really appeals to the fire signs, is this decision, because then you know that it's up to you. And I think there's some of that where people don't sometimes just want to feel powerless. Like they don't want to feel like the world is happening to them or life is happening to them. Like they want to feel like they have a say in it. And so, again, if you can ground yourself and go inwards and really focus on putting the ego aside, connecting to the higher self, then these opportunities come where you can finally make those decisions, and then you empower yourselves, your Aries energy, your Leo energy, your Sagittarius energy. And it's very empowering to feel like you have a decision and you have a say in the way your life turns out, or the next step that you get to take, or what you want to do next. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So this is a chance for empowerment, actually, just stoking that fire just a little bit more. All right. Okay, so it is time for the viewer's choice. So everybody that is in the chat today, you have a chance to vote on 2 questions live here. I'll read off the 2 questions. Silverstar said, love it. So I'll read off the 2 questions. And then if you like the first question that I mentioned, then vote with a red heart emoji. So I'll count up all the red hearts, I'll count up all the green hearts, and I'll decide which, question, quote unquote, wins. Okay, so, and if you don't have access to emojis because you're at a computer, then just type the words red heart or green heart. Okay, but if you like the first question, give it a red heart emoji. If you like the second question, give it a green heart emoji. Okay? Here it is, question 1. How can I tune into my emotions better? And again, since we're kind of in Cancer season now, I was like thinking more about emotions and how can we incorporate this into our question. So if you like that question, it's a red heart emoji. How can I tune into my emotions better? All right, second question. Where can I have more balance in reciprocation, meaning what you give and what you receive? So where might that be out of balance in our life, our giving and our receiving? So if that's the question that you like, go ahead and give it a green heart emoji. All right, so again, red heart for how can I tune into my emotions better? Green heart, where can I have more balance and reciprocation? And I leave the votes to you. So go ahead and vote, you guys. I am going to use the Barbie tarot for that. And it looks like we have a green heart from Silver Star. And we have a green heart from Lily. All right. Let me just get this out. Silver Star's like, I like both. All right. Princess, what's her name, is green heart. And Sarah's a green heart. All right. So it looks like most people are going the green heart route, but we never know. We never know. All right. Kayla also has a green heart. Sumi has all the green. By the way, I love these backings. They're just so 80s cool. All right, so I think that was a landslide of green hearts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, landslide. Unless a red heart just wanted to show itself. Okay, all right. I am going to have a little bit of water. I have my guava liqueur.
Which one was green?
It was how can I have more, or where can I have more balance in reciprocation? Yeah. All right. So here we go. Green hearts. And Silver Star is welcoming the princess. Welcome. You have such, oh, she's saying that everybody's got such great names. Yeah, I like the princess. What's her name? That's a cool screen name. I like it. All right. So where can I have more balance in reciprocation? Let's take a look ski. Let's see what Barbie has to say. Is she just a Barbie girl in a Barbie world? Made of plastic. It's fantastic. You can do her hair. Take her everywhere. Use your imagination. It's your creation. Anybody else listen to Aqua? Okay. We have, where can I have more balance in reciprocation? Okay, we have our card. I'll go ahead and put these down. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh, didn't we just have a 4 of Pentacles? We did. Kayla's like, come on, Barbie, let's go party. Kayla's like, yeah. All right, so Four of Pentacles. We did have a Four of Pentacles earlier in our reading as well. Let's take a look at that. All right, so where can we have more balance and reciprocation? All right, Barbie, I'm going to dive into you. Let's do this. Okay. At first it was coming through as energy, which it is actually. I probably just have to preface it by saying that everything is energy. Our money, our jobs, our the things that we do. It's basically all just tangible forms of energy. But what I'm getting with this Four of Pentacles is actually what it comes to what we all do for a living. So whether you work for yourself, you work for someone else, kind of doing your own thing, it seems like there's a bit of an imbalance there where there is a lot that you give to that particular job, again, whether you're the boss or you work for the boss. But when it comes to what that particular occupation or that job is giving back at the moment, it's like you're the image that was coming through my mind is like, those teeny little stir straws that they put in hot chocolates or coffees, and it's like you're trying to get air, from this job, and it's like you're trying to sip the air through this tiny little stir straw, whereas the straw that the job is getting from you is like a straw that's like this big, and they're just like inhaling all your energy. So it may be a job that you like, or maybe a job that you dislike, but it still has to be within balance. And especially if it's a job that you truly enjoy, where some people, they will, just give. And, like let's say for Desert Cauldron, it's kind of, James and I shop, we are always having it on our mind. We want to make reels, or we want to do a little post for Desert Cauldron, kind of all throughout the day. We're thinking about it. And even if we're not posting on social media, we're still thinking about it, which is giving our energy. We're looking at the stuff, and every time I pass that shelf that's kind of off to the side, I don't know if you guys can see it, that's basically all the items that we have for Desert Cauldron. Every time we pass it, it's like, we could do this, oh, we could do this. And that's all forms of giving energy. So although maybe you're not working overtime, staying late hours, the mere fact that you're constantly thinking about the job is giving your energy to that job. So again, whether you work for somebody or you work for somebody else, it's the give, and is it reciprocating all that in return to you? Do you think the job is thinking about you as much as you think about it? Is it giving you as much energy in the form of relaxation, money, time off, whatever it may be, whatever their form of energy is it giving you as much as you're putting in? Because this card here, Barbie doesn't lie. It just feels like Barbie's trying so hard to just get a little bit of something, out of that job, but it's definitely not as much as she's giving it, or in your case, you guys would be giving it. So just time to take a look at it. Again, even if it's a job that you enjoy, you might be just giving too much of yourself day and night, having it weigh on your mind, bringing its energy into your home, keeping it around you, basically not leaving work at work. Okay. All right. Silver Star said, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Silver Star said, no worries, Princess, what's her name? I am the queen of typos. All right, so, okay. Looks like we are getting into our healing session. All right. So For this, and those of you who are new, it's just a very quick little meditation. So consider this time for yourself. I know that we have very busy lives and there's all these things that we're doing, but it's nice to just have a little time for yourself where you can just kind of sit still, just relax, take a breather, and I'll kind of guide you through the meditation. I also have here my tongue drum, so I'm going to be using that. So you guys have just a little bit of music. It shouldn't take more than maybe 3-4 minutes. It's very short. But again, this time is for you and also to take in all the messages that you heard today. Which of those messages actually connected with you? And what are your thoughts? What are you wanting to intend then for July? What is it that you want to bring in? And also knowing that there may be some things that you want to let go of. You know, if we're bringing things in, then we have to let go of something. So what are those things that you would like to release? So I'm going to help you with bringing those intentions in and helping you to release those intentions. Silver Star said, so true. Sometimes I'll watch TV just to shut off thinking about everything I need to do, want to do besides meditation. Need something mindless. Hey, you know, sometimes TV could be really great for that. Okay, so let me bring my little tongue drum here and I have my little drumsticks. All right, so let's get nice and cozy, you guys. Find a nice comfortable spot. I'm on the nice comfy floor. I have a little towel under my butt, so it's actually kind of nice and comfy. But maybe you have a comfy chair, couch, maybe you want to lay down on the bed, but just find yourself in a nice restful position. And just bring your attention inward. Just allowing the shoulders to relax, the neck, let it become malleable, the arms drop into your side, letting your fingers relax, your legs, feet, toes, and bring your awareness to your breath. And just feel the rise and fall of your chest, the air coming in and the air leaving your body. Life comes in, life goes out. Beautiful, beautiful circle, in and out. And now I'm going to have you guys do full inhales and full exhales, really connecting to our breath, our life force energy. To the Mayan, that would be called the Goyopa energy, which is your lightning bolt. It's from what all creation springs. And when we take a deep breath in, we're going to inhale into the lungs, into the diaphragm, into the stomach, filling our body to the capacity of breath. All right, here we go. And inhale. Hold. Exhale. Full exhale, belly button to the spinal cord. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And continue this in and out breath. Full inhales and full complete exhales. And next time you inhale, think about your intention. What are you breathing in? What are you making a part of you? When that oxygen comes in, it's filling every cell, every organ, every extremity, everything in your body. Let your intention come in with that. Let it fill everything so it becomes a part of you. If it's a part of you, it's that much easier to create. And as you exhale, you leave that breath. Let that breath leave you. And remember that your breath is needed by so many other living organisms on this planet. Your breath gives it life, and their breath gives you life. And let what no longer serves you be exhaled in that breath, and let what is going to use that breath, let it transmute it into something beneficial for it, so that we continue this reciprocation this beautiful cycle of breath. And as you continue breathing, I have you visualize roots that are starting to sprout from your legs, your feet, your posterior, and these roots dwindle down, 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 past your floorboards, past the concrete slab, down into the soil, that rich, nutritious soil. And the roots weave and twist and turn, and they tangle with all the other root systems in this world, both energetic and physical. Plant, tree, the energetic roots of crystals, of animals, of people, all binding into one. It is indiscernible where your roots begin and where they end. So many roots, and the roots dive deeper as a whole, deep, deep, deep down into Mama Gaia, all the way to her core, where you're going to wrap those roots around that core and stabilize yourself. And as you breathe in that Mama Gaia energy, and you are reminded that you are earth, you are fertile, you are creation, you are everything on this planet, and you are grounded and you are stable. Continue breathing in her energy. Let it fill your body, fill your intentions. And then let that energy blast out your crown chakra all the way up to source. Let it ignite source, that earth and air energy, igniting source. And source rains down with its beautiful bright white high vibrational light. And it dwindles down into your core, into your being. And now you are filled with source energy. Every cell, every piece of you is now source. Two dualistic energies, earth and source, land and sky, all in one being, and that is you. Let them both fill you. And then allow that source energy to go down into your roots, down, 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 and let it also strengthen and feed Mother Gaia. You are now a beautiful conduit of energy, of light and earth. And continue visualizing and breathing. I'll play a little bit of music while you focus on your intentions for July. right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully you found it nice and calm and restful. And if you've had your eyes open, go ahead and bring that life back into your body. Open your eyes, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And I would like to thank you all for joining me here this evening. It's been fabulous. Let's see, let me go back here. Oh, Silver Star. Yeah, about that. So, okay, you guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. And Kayla's over there yawning. So yes, hopefully you found it peaceful. Kayla said so relaxing. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with the earth signs, I believe. So yeah, so if you have some earth friends, well, I mean, we're all from earth, but earthy sign friends, or maybe you have some earth somewhere in your chart and you'd like to come and hang out with us tomorrow evening, would love to have you. I'm going to change up my decks a little bit for the earth signs, so stay tuned, see what I pick out. And yeah, thank you guys so much. This has been a lot of fun. Lily said that was awesome. You guys are very, very welcome. Silver Star said that was so powerful. Thank you. You're very, very welcome. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Hey, let's go ahead and close up that circle together. So I have my candle still burning here. So let's go ahead and make a little wish for the month of July. So are you guys ready? Ready to make your wish? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. All right, and so it is. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close up the circle here. I'm going to use my little antelope wand and bring in that beautiful light that was connecting all of us. All right, so thank you, elementals of the north, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the west, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the south, for helping us to cast our circle today. Thank you, elementals of the east, for helping us to cast our circle today. All right, the circle is good. Circle still remains as above, so below, as within, so without. Merry meet, merry part, merry we do meet again. And so it is. All right, you guys, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who hung out with us. Thank you to everybody who joined in. Thank you to all the people that are going to watch the replay and everybody who subscribed to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider it. Also, if you dug this, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Thank you to all of my patrons. Thank you to all of my YouTube members. So I want to shout you guys out: Susie, Heather, and Liesel, and also my patrons: Michelle, Surian, Brandy, V, Samara, Kirsten, Jason, Charles, Kayla, Brian. Thank you guys all so much. And again, have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Catch you guys later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out. Bye, guys. Have a good night.